When we hear Dubai, I imagine we all paint a similar picture of what stands today. A luxurious city of fast cars and extravagant buildings. An urban marvel towering over an otherwise empty Arabian desert. But before we immerse ourselves in all that stands today, I found myself incurably curious of how this city came to be. With just a few questions, I learned that this all started with Sheikh Rashid, the ruler of Dubai in the 1960s. At this time, his home was nothing more than a trading hub, a place to simply be passed through. But he had a dream for his emirate. He wanted Dubai to be a grand city, a place of diversity and opportunity, where people would come from all over the world to make themselves at home. Despite major pushback, the Sheikh started to build the International Airport of Dubai, then the Middle East's first skyscraper. Rashid passed away before he could see his vision come to life. But his son, Sheikh Mohammed, and his son, the Crown Prince of Dubai, saw to it that his vision was realized. And now, just 60 years later, a couple kids from Hawaii find themselves amongst what was once thought to be impossible.
Thank you, Hamza. You're welcome.
While we were here, we wanted to meet up with as many locals as we could. And the first person we met was Zaid, a skydiving adrenaline junkie with a mean set of Call of Duty skills. He said a lot of things I thought about before we jumped.
What's the worst that's gonna happen?
Exactly, what's the worst that's gonna happen?
I can name all the things that could happen. You're flying.
But amongst all the chaos, the London-born, UAE-raised 29-year-old said one thing that really stuck with me. This city is like a family member. We watched it grow up with us.
I love you like la 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 la. I love you like la 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 la. I love you like la 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 la. I love you like la 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 la.
How was it, bro?
That was insane.
You boys are crazy.
You guys are like serious.
Come on. Anytime, brother. Welcome to Dubai, bro.
Thank you. Dude, Dubai's insane.
Sun, salt, this is what's necessary.
Not everything Dubai has to offer was so recently raised from the ground. Apparently, there's surf here.
Not what I thought we were gonna be doing in Dubai right off the bat.
While we were surfing, we met Esraa. She's originally from Palestine, but she's called Dubai home almost her entire life.
So many different cultures, ethnicities, people from other places of the world. What do you think brings so many different people here?
I think everyone started hearing the stories of how you can come and make something of yourself here. It's kind of like another version of the American dream, but in the Arab world. It really did start with just having the vision, and I think that's always been the message that you hear from the Sheikh himself, that it's perseverance and a vision, and then nothing can stop you, and they've proven that time and time again. There's so much opportunity here for people. It's wonderful.
The people, they're a reflection of the city, of just like kind of building up out of nothing, like creating something in the desert, whether it be like surfing or like dune bashing or fishing or spearfishing. Like, I've met so many people that do all these things where I'm like, you can do that in Dubai? Like, I had no idea that that was an activity. And people have like built their whole life around it.
I'm so glad you noticed that.
It's a pretty crazy thing. But yeah, surfing with you is fun. I did not think there was waves in Dubai.
After a day of salt and sun, we made our way deep into the desert, where we were again welcomed into a whole new community of riders. Dana, who's the sweetest person I ever met, Oran, the MMA fighter from Ireland, Lucas from Poland, Ben, who I think was born here in Dubai, Snake. Actually, I have no idea where Snake's from. But it's my understanding that this is just a small sector of the dune bashing community. And since I've never rode in the sand, I'm hoping I can keep up. I'm not surprised at all that you found such like a cool community to help you and like foster you and take you in, because I think that's like the story of Dubai. There's like a little clique for everybody. There's so many different cultures and people from so many different places. I've been so welcomed into everything. We've gone surfing, skydiving, motocross, like no matter what it is, everything. Everyone's so welcoming and is just like bringing people in and loving on each other.
I think we take it for granted when we live here for so long that that's just how people are. You don't have to ask for help, it's just given to you, and I think that's beautiful. Let's get some riding in. Enough talking.
Enough talking.
Oh yeah, let's not hit any camels.
Okay. I have no idea what you just said. So, update, these boys are nuts. We lost a few boys in the desert, but we came back out of the desert, grabbed gas, and now we're trying to make it home before dark, but it might not happen.
I think we got circa less than 30 minutes to get back.
But some guys are saying an hour. But how long does it take us to get back?
Over an hour.
We're like going back in the dark, blasting it. There'd be like 20 guys around you, and then there'd be 10, and then there'd be 5, and then you'd be the only one, and you'd be like, where the hell am I? Everyone's just going through the desert, sun's gone, blackness is coming. It was hype. That was sick. Good day. One of the best. Never forget this one. I enjoyed. That was sick. Good. That was hype. That was a little sketchy though, right? At the end, you're like, this is getting kind of dark. All tied to Dubai by one love or another, I've met people here from every continent. But ironically, I'd yet to meet an Emirati. Someone whose ancestors have called these lands home long before the alluring lights of the city brought so many to the doors of the desert. So before we flew home, we met up with my friend Ahmed to get his perspective on Dubai and the many changes it's gone through. I half expected his voice to be one of discontent, but the impression he left on me was one of pride. Pride of his city, pride of his country, pride of his ancestors, and everything that they've accomplished. He then insisted on making us dinner, and of course, it had to happen in the desert.
Brother,
Yes, brother.
your hospitality is truly second to none.
Thank you very much.
We've traveled across Dubai and we've met up with so many different kinds of people from different parts of the world, all that call Dubai home, and they all have your hospitality. And I think that's because you rubbed off on them. The Arabic style of welcoming a stranger
Yes,
has rubbed off on everybody who comes in here.
thanks God that, alhamdulillah. But this our tradition, this must for us. You know, in Arab traditions, from before, the old times, when a guest come, what they do, they treat him for 3 days. His dinner, his breakfast, his lunch. They don't ask him anything, they put for him everything he wants. After the 3 days, he's asking them, what is your, how are you? What is your purpose for here? Where you want to go? Where you want to? So this is the good tradition that we have. And see.
And see, the insane dune bashing, also
Yeah.
part of the tradition.
See, everybody is coming, everybody is going.
Brother, we will meet again, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. Thank you.
You're most welcome. You're most welcome.
Dubai has gone from a humble fishing village to a world leader in development, and is considered by many to be the first truly international city. People credit these accomplishments to a never-ending supply of oil, but I disagree. By Middle Eastern standards, Dubai's oil reserves are rather modest, making this city's rise to fame a classic tale of the underdog. Sheikh Mohammed envisioned a Dubai that wouldn't rely on oil money, and he has seen to it that that vision be fulfilled. Dubai is a testament to the power of people, to human will, and above all else, to the kindness and hospitality of the Emirati culture.
You're not gonna die!
Dubai, I'm looking forward to many more adventures together. Inshallah.